Are you listening to the Justin Show? Are you watching the Justin Show? Are you listening?
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a segment we like to call The Panel. The panel consists of me and different people every week discussing recent news and events. Now we're back from a little mid-season break. We have a new intro, we have a few other things, coming up in our schedule, so stay tuned. Without further ado, please welcome today's panelists. The hipster vegan, Nick Smith. Little big man, Brian Costa. Marky Mark. And Tumblr all-star and panelist, Sarah PICHE.
Thanks for mentioning my real name.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Oh, that's Matt, by the way, but nobody really cares. Now, our first story is a bit serious. Usually we don't really have, dead serious topics, but today we do. It's about the shooting of Trayvon Martin in Florida. What happened was this kid in Florida was going to a convenience store to pick up Skittles or whatever, and George Zimmerman, who is the community watch captain in that particular town, he felt that he was doing suspicious activity, this Martin kid, and so Martin noticed that Zimmerman was stalking him and following him. So apparently Martin ended up getting into an altercation with the Zimmerman guy, and out of self-defense, Zimmerman had shot Martin, and he ended up dying. Martin, of course.
So no one had witnessed Martin attacking
Zimmerman? There were said witnesses that there was a fist fight, and Zimmerman pulled out a gun out of self-defense. Do you think this is right? Do you think what's your opinion about self-defense? Is this right?
Why is this guy carrying a gun?
That's
well, if they obviously got in a fist fight, then he shouldn't have gotten shot. But the only reason he was following him because he was suspicious looking and black doesn't give him a reason to follow him in the first place. I mean, they did get into a fist fight, and self-defense isn't right. He should get in trouble for that, but he did follow him because he was racist. So that's not right.
Now, this kind of contradicts Florida's stand your ground law and basically the definition of self-defense, because Zimmerman stated that he feared his life. So out of self-defense, he shot the kid. Do you think this is right? Do you think Zimmerman is allowed to pull out a gun and shoot someone because his life is in peril?
Well, not really, because nobody else was there to see him being
almost killed.
Yeah,
what is
there a
and
reason
plus
to
they
really
said
shoot
it was
the
a
guy?
fist fight. It wasn't like he was really beating him.
Yeah,
so
deathly.
bad.
It wasn't
Well,
like a death.
He was
Yeah.
he just
fist
did
fight.
it. He did it because the kid was black, probably.
Say that Martin kid took out a gun, then I think it would have been justified. But from my understanding, it doesn't seem like Zimmerman's life was in danger. So I think it was kind of extreme to pull out a gun and shoot the kid.
Now, something interesting is there was not enough evidence to convict Zimmerman for manslaughter. So he basically he didn't get charged for murder. Do you think that's
He
right?
didn't go to jail or anything?
No. He did, but then they said that there wasn't enough evidence to prove that he had killed. Well, he obviously did kill.
He did kill, but he didn't have a
He's
reason
protected
to kill
by
anyways.
the law.
Yeah, he's protected by the law of self-defense, and that's where
And that's a state law?
It's debatable whether it was.
I know.
really
Why don't they take it
self-defense.
the Supreme Court or something?
That's a state law?
Well, no,
Yeah.
because self-defense it's not a state law. It's just self-defense is self-defense, and I think it's just a weird situation. It's just so stupid how he manipulated the court like that, and he said it was self-defense because, in all honesty, that's murder.
He's gonna feel really guilty the rest of his life.
You could
Probably
say
not
that for
if he had the guts to actually do it.
Yeah.
You could say that for most murders. Honestly, they usually start out as a physical altercation, and then somebody usually takes it up a notch. And so, I mean, to think that he can get away with using the excuse of self-defense for that, where other people go to jail for life by claiming the same thing, it just doesn't add up.
And that was good.
He murdered an innocent kid.
Yeah, he seriously did. He murdered an innocent kid. And the thing that I don't get is, Martin was not doing anything suspicious. He was just going to the store, picking something up, and then going back
Plus,
home.
if it was probably a white kid, he probably wouldn't have said,
Yeah,
that looks suspicious. He
I
only did it because
think
he was
race
black.
is something to consider, too. Moving on to more useless people. Kim Kardashian got flower bombed. Can you believe that? Everyone's going crazy. This changes everything. Rewrite the history books. Bring out the Bible. Oh my God, Kim Kardashian, guys.
Oh my
So
God.
let's start off with this story. She was at a promotional event on the red carpet, promoting her own fragrance that just came out, and this woman came up to her and flower bombed her.
I don't know.
How glad are you guys to see Kim Kardashian covered in
mean,
powder
I'm
and a
not
white
so-
substance?
I don't really care that much. It's not like going to affect my life in any way, but you know what? She was in for that soon enough, like with the whole marriage thing. How like she just needs a reality check soon.
Now,
I mean, I like her, but she seems a little like full of herself because
Kinda
of
nuts.
everything she gets. Yeah, she really needs like a reality check soon.
I mean, she's
She literally gets everything handed to her, and now like one bad thing happens, and she acts like it's the
Kinda
end of the world.
Yeah.
Like if she had to live the life of someone like getting like bullied in high school, she would have been. And she's all crazy saying it's bullying. It's not bullying.
Just real quick. The person who flew the flower apparently is a really big image in the PETA group. The person who's in PETA, like I said, is apparently won an award from PETA. But, however, PETA denied this on their website, saying that they have nothing to do with this. And because of this, Khloe Kardashian actually quits PETA and slams them now, and because the bomber is linked to PETA. Do you think this is necessary?
How can you be sure that the bomber was linked to PETA? Who doesn't want to throw flour all over Kim
But
Kardashian?
I mean, if like even if they were part of PETA, I would do the same thing as PETA. Like I wouldn't want to associate myself with like someone who would create like bad press and stuff. Like I mean, I like PETA, but they don't deserve that. Like I have some things I don't like about them, but I wouldn't associate myself with the bad press of it.
Guy who did the flower bomb, and did she get charges pressed against her?
She got arrested, and Kim said she wasn't going to press charges. However, a few days later, she said that she wanted to press charges. Now, do you think, what do you think about this whole mess? Do you think, whose court are you in right now? PETA, Kim Kardashian's, the flower bomber?
I'd like to stay neutral and just enjoy the show.
Yeah.
Enjoy the fireworks
Right.
of
I'm more for PETA. I mean, I don't think they should have thrown flour on her.
You don't think they should have
thrown the flower on her because like
There's
it's kind of unnecessary. Like let her do what she wants.
There's
But
other ways
you
to
know,
make it
PETA
funny.
has good intentions, and I'm sure the person really didn't want to do anything that bad by throwing flour on her. So I'm more for PETA.
That's
Like
Kim Kardashian.
I know, oh my God, Kim Kardashian, my life is gonna end because she got flour thrown on her.
I'm
Oh my God.
so sick of hearing
If you
people
had the
who
chance, would you do it?
flower bomb her? Hell yeah. So the big hacking group Lulzsec is back. Now I'm just gonna give you a little background info because I know a lot of you aren't really familiar with this. Anonymous is this big group of teenage anarchists or whatever who just want to watch the world burn or whatever. Kind of like V for Vendetta. They use that mask
I love that
and they
movie.
go online
The Guy
and
Fawkes mask.
yeah. Anyway, moving on.
Go home to your juicer.
Chill out.
So moving on, basically these people, anonymous, just kind of try and set the world straight. They attack celebrities, political groups.
Wait, they don't kill anybody. right?
No, like over the internet, like they slam them and they hack their websites. Now there was a huge hacking group that spawned from Anonymous late last year, and they called themselves Lulzsec. Now they hacked
Lulzsec?
Lulzsec, like
LAWL?
LULZSEC.
Internet
What
term.
does it mean? You know?
I think it's just
Let's just say it means hacker in German.
okay.
All right.
Okay.
Lulzsec. No, anyway. So basically, they hacked everyone. They hacked, they hacked the administration of France. They hacked the FBI website, the CIA website. They hacked over dozens and dozens of websites between late last year and early this year. And what happened was, the beginning of this year, their main leader, who was in charge of it
Did
all.
he die?
No, he was caught, and he was actually residing in England. So him and a few other people from other countries, including the U.S., were arrested.
I think I've heard of this before.
Yeah.
And I think I've heard of this.
So anyway, recently, last week, Lulzsec came back and hacked a internet dating website for military soldiers. What do you think of that? Do you think this is the beginning of Lulzsec again? And do you think, because they interrupted so many websites and so many companies, and this actually affected the economy, and I have the statistics with me, that with them hacking, it's basically chaotic, and they're achieving their goal of having this anarchist kind of environment. What do you guys think of this?
They don't have anything better to do.
Yeah, I feel like they're just like the typical teenager, hate the government, hate everyone, hate everything. Like in a few years, they're gonna be like,
yes, that's
I know,
what I say.
Like, do they date
What
people
damage
in
are
the
they gonna
military,
do?
or do they find people who aren't in the military? 'Cause
It's people associated with the military.
Honestly, that's kind of dumb.
It's
They
like,
can't use eHarmony like everybody else.
yeah, it's like Match.com only for like Vietnam soldiers and stuff.
That's weird though. Like, if you're in the military, does that mean you're only gonna want somebody
In the military?
Some people have like military fetishes. You never know out there.
Same.
But it's
I'm
nice
just
to have
kidding.
somebody who understands the lifestyle and stuff.
True. Just
Okay,
like you would want
okay, it's a
to
military dating site.
Alright,
We get
military
that.
dating site.
I'm open.
That's not what we're talking about.
Do you think the government should extinguish Lulzsec and Anonymous for good, or do you think that would violate free speech?
No.
Even though they're
Well,
hacking all these sites.
free
Well, isn't
speech.
hacking the sites against the law?
I know, but they're
Hacking isn't free speech. Like,
no.
that's
I'm
completely different.
saying because Lulzsec and Anonymous, give out their opinions and post it all over the web. If the government shuts these sites down, do you think that would be wrong? Because they're just stating their opinions about how much they hate the government, and the hacking is just to the side.
They kind of give up their rights when they start breaking
Hacking.
the law.
They could potentially do some serious damage.
And they did get from one of the government websites, credit cards, social security numbers,
Right.
and all that kind of stuff. And they're all encrypted, and they probably, knowing them, decrypted it, and it got that information. So that is very dangerous. Do you think their hacking is right? Probably a dumb question, but
Hey, what is this? A group of how many people?
hundreds and hundreds of thousands,
And they all just work together
all
to
over
hack
the
people's
world.
stuff?
And their parents don't know if they do this kind of stuff, like they're teenagers.
Wait, oh,
It's
yeah, are
not.
they
It's
teenagers
not.
or they-
It's not necessarily all teenagers, but it ranges from like teenagers to like people in their 40s.
I think it's just
Well,
like the
they need to
typical
do
like.
Well,
I think they cause harm, but it's just
They
like,
need a hobby.
It's bad. They shouldn't have it, but instead it's a typical group of people. Like probably almost every school has at least one that person's like, I hate school, I hate my life, I hate everything, I hate the government. Like
if they
it's,
put
it's just like a big group of those kind of people.
If
So
they
it
put
shouldn't be allowed.
this
Like,
much effort into this and put it into something else, like
Yeah.
productive.
like say
Well,
They can-
actually,
there's
I am
no
so
evidence.
glad you said that, because when we were facing the SOPA and PIPA, that whole episode with they were
Isn't that
violating.
still going on?
No, that isn't. That was terminated. They shelved it for now. But you know all that situation about SOPA and Piper, correct?
No.
yeah, I
Well,
do.
basically,
Censoring
the
the
government
internet.
censoring internet
Okay.
and everything,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
Which
Um,
isn't fair.
And basically, Lulzsec and Anonymous together actually helped support SOPA and PIPA, and they were actually a huge cause in getting rid of those bills. Without them, I don't think we would be here right now, and I don't think that SOPA and PIPA would have been shelved. So do you think that was, you see a new side of them helping us?
Yeah, I mean, you can have a little, you can appreciate them a little bit for that, but obviously, you can only appreciate them so much. You can't
They're
really.
still breaking the law. They're still
Yeah.
getting into these
Just
websites
Piper
and take
or
people's
Lulzsec
personal.
and Piper?
It's like saying
personal
it's
information.
like saying a highly ranked serial killer, a well-known serial killer helped abolish some law that nobody liked. You still not gonna like them, but you can appreciate them what they did. But you should still get them in trouble for what they did. You're not gonna release a serial killer for jail for getting rid of a bill.
They're
that people
stealing.
didn't like.
They're stealing people's personal information. I mean,
well, they're obviously good at what they do.
yes.
So-
That's what I'm
So
saying. If they
if
put
they-
that
if
effort
they
towards
could,
something
if they
else,
get a few people from that, a couple hundred people, not really that, a few hundred people, yeah, just to work for the government themselves
Yeah, exactly.
and actually use it for a real cause.
Like for terrorism.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that
We'd
would
be
work.
in a whole different
you
spot.
just make them spies.
That'd be a good idea.
There you go. I would just like to thank everybody for watching, and I would like to thank my panelists, Nick Smith, Little Big Man, Prince, a.k.a. Marky Mark, a.k.a. Matt,
not the.
and Miss PICHE. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's show. If you have any concerns, questions, criticism, please leave us a comment below.
No criticism.
Thumbs up the video, favorite the video, share it with your friends, subscribe. We had a lot going on this month of April.